Hello. Today in this video, I'm just going to go through the changes to the pay button generate a pay button link on Fidelipay and show you what changes we've made and then how to generate a pay button through the new sort of setup. So on Fidelipay, you'll notice first of all, we no longer have the pay button link on the banner here. So you're just going to go straight to Virtual Terminal. Everything's now under Virtual Terminal. I'm going to go through how we get the pay button out of the Virtual Terminal. So most things are the same as when you're doing a live transaction sale. So you just want to check that you've got the right merchant account up, you've got the right transaction type up, you've got the right merchant country, currency, etc. First part we're going to go to change it to generate a pay button instead of doing a live sale is here under payment mode. So at the moment it's defaulted to process transaction now because that's just the live sale. To do generate a pay button, just have to click this drop down button and select generate a pay button. Don't worry about stop pay for now, that's in the future to be rolled out, but for now we're just going to do generate a pay button. So generate a pay button then brings up some new options for us. The first one is the amount mode. So this is defaulted to preset amount. So this is like your traditional pay button that we used to have where all you could do is send out a pay button with the amount pre-decided by yourself, the merchant, to be then paid by the customer of that amount. But we do have as an option now, it's particularly sort of for our charity accounts and other people who want to take donations. You can change this to cardholder decides amount. This is then left blank, and the card holder who you send this pay button link to is going to then click on it and decide for themselves how much they're going to be paying. So if this was you were generating a button now to say stay on your website, you would probably want to do the card holder deciding the amount because obviously people are going to put in different amounts for what donation they want to put through. So I'll leave this on card holder decides amount for now, just to show you the sort of new features. So I'm going to leave it on capture settle automatically immediately. This is just where you can change, say if you wanted to take the money in 30 days, 18 days, etc. But we'll just leave it for taking as soon as possible. And I'm going to leave the payment type at single payment. So I'm not making this part of a recurring agreement, not paying anything else, but just this single payment. Order description, I'm just going to put donation test. So this is what comes up for you in your transaction record. So it's good to have that in just to have a description of what payments have been for. And then pay now, so you can edit what the button text is going to say. So for example, say on this one we're doing a donation, so I'm going to change this to donate now. The redirect URL is going to need to be a secure website. So if you don't have your own secure website, so secure means it has an HTTPS URL and it will come up as ours does with this little lock on the little left there. If you don't have one of those to put in, and it does need to be put in, we see the little star here and it's coming up in red if we don't put anything in. It's required by the virtual terminal system. I'd say just go to Fidelipay Payment, copy ours, and then just pop that in there. And then your customer will get redirected to the Fidelity Payment website once they've completed the payment. I'm going to copy the same in for redirect URL on failure. Obviously you don't need to have that that URL on failure, redirect URL on failure option in, but just if you want your customer to be sent to the same site if their payment isn't authorized, or if you want to send them to a different page so they can retry the payment, for example, just pop that in there in this little field here. Most of the stuff we're not going to need because this is for the virtual terminal, so you're not going to put in the customer's details because they're going to put that in themselves. If you do want to put in delivery details, something like that, you can put that all in here. That's just under all these options, but none of these are required, don't have that little red star. And then all we need to do is click generate pay button. So then when taken on to, this is probably a familiar page for any of you who've used the pay button feature before. So this is the page where you can decide how you want to style the pay button that you're sending out to your customer. So for example, we can see now the text that I put in for the button text is coming up on this preview and it's put into the code as well. So you can see it just at the bottom of the text for the pay button here, the coding. So that's a styled link, so it's coming up as a styled button. Unstyled is just going to come up as a sort of plain link that you can put in. Again, it's a HTML version, so you're going to put that into your website's coding. If you want just the link, so if you're sending it out via email, for example, you want to go to link only, you want to copy that to your clipboard or just highlight the whole sentence here, or the whole URL, sorry. The whole page, sorry. Just the URL, copy that, and then you can send that out in an email. Or QR code, for those of you who are sending out QR codes, you download that, or you can save it as an image and then send it out. So yeah, so I was going to do link only, for example. I would copy that, I would put it in an email to my customer, send it out. And if there's a donation, obviously they put in the amount and then they put in their card details. If it's a payment that you're taking, and the preset amount, they're going to just put in their card details, and you will get an email to your merchant notification email address set under your preferences with the payment details once that's been completed. So that's the change to the pay button. It's all under Virtual Terminal now, and your options, I'll just show you one more time. To get to it, you go payment mode, and then that little drop down button of generate a pay button, and then you're sort of taken through the requirements from there. So it's hopefully a little bit neater. Hopefully once you've seen this video, it's a bit more understandable, and hopefully the new features are helpful to some of you. But thanks.